Hi guys, it's Borkson. Hello, welcome to my channel if you're new here. Welcome back if you've been here before. So guys, today I thought I would do a childhood crush video. I have a plushie here with me for support. I want to talk. This is getting a little bit like ridiculous, but I kind of want to talk. Well, in this video, we're gonna talk about each cousin separately. Then we're gonna do a video where we talk about them together. So you guys know that in my youth, I was a lot more liking boys. It gets turned boy crazy, but I think boy crazy is someone that's like in completely like wanting to be with boys and all. There was these two cousins that I went to school with. I'm not friends with either one of them today just because how weird this is. And I want to say before I start, I do have a male friend. I'm not releasing my friend's name for his protection, but my friend knows about this situation. So before anybody, since they know him, they will be informing him. He knows, and he's okay with it. He said he doesn't care. It's from middle school. He doesn't care. We're in our 30s. Okay, so we're gonna discuss Kyle and Mitchell, these two cousins that I knew. Guys, I met Kyle in kindergarten. Obviously, we're not gonna. Well, you guys figure out whose name's whose and what's what. In kindergarten, I was really, how do I just nice? Because the story is not about Kyle; it is about Mitchell. But I kind of want to discuss like the cousins a little bit in the story, so you knew who I'm speaking of. I'm a very friendly person, and I don't get along very well with women. If you guys have noticed, even as a young girl, one of the girl in my class named Cecilia I got along with. Then I got along with Kyle, and he had a cousin, Mitchell, but I never really gave Mitchell any thought. I mean, he had several cousins. I never gave Mitchell a darn thought. Well, CCD would roll around, and we were all confirmed together along with my friend and his cousin as well. So there was like 3 or 4 sets of cousins in my CCD classes. So Mitchell was in the class with me, with Scotty, and with my friend's cousin, and then with my other friends. So it was a pretty big class. I wouldn't say it was too big. And the second I walk in and I see there's a blonde new boy, and I'm like, who is he? Because I know everybody else, and my friend well, there was 2 new boys. Well, there were supposed to be 3, but the other one wasn't there yet, and said that, hey, I want to give you a heads up. My cousin's going to be in your class this year, because they do. My friend will know, tell you to this day. He will tell you. I mean friend. I do mean my romantical friend. We're in the very early stages of being together. So I'm saying my friend. And he knows I cannot stand change. I freak out. I mean, I drowned almost when I was 3, so I don't like change. And I walk in, and there's 2 new boys. I'm like, okay, well, one of these is his friend, my friend's cousin, and the other one is the other boy's cousin. I wouldn't say I was friends with these other sets of cousins. I did try to be friends with them. And one was Mitchell. And I just something about this Mitchell. I cling to him like me and a Care Bear. And I'm not going to lie, I had feelings for Kyle as well. So it was very confusing. I thought about looking him up nowadays to see what Mitchell looks like. It was a mistake. But anyway, let's get into the whole Mitchell thing. So Mitchell is around the same age as me. I think he's a few months younger than me. He was in my CCD class. He seemed alright. I mean, he was also friends with the cousins. 2 sets of cousins were both friendly with each other. Excuse me, bus, car, whatever. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I became infatuated with this Mitchell. But the other boy who was absent, I did a whole video on him. I became really obsessed with him because I thought he was going to dislike me. I thought the same thing about Mitchell. I called him Michael one time, and he flipped. I mean, we were sitting there, and I said something like, hey, Mike, can you pass the crayons, or what the heck are we crayoning? Well, we were in CCD, it was Sunday school. And I was like, or I said something, I called him Michael several times. I called him Mike, and he never corrected me, and I thought that was his name. I went like half the semester calling him Michael because I didn't know it wasn't his name. Until one time, he looked darningly at me and said, Borkson, how would you like it if I called you by the wrong name? And I was like, what do you mean, Michael? He says, not Michael, it's Mitchell. And then the teacher even chimes in and says, yes, Borkson, his name is Mitchell, not Michael. Well, why didn't he tell? First off, y'all, first time I called him Michael or Mike, why did he not correct me? And I get it. Michael's a family name in my family personally. So Mike is a very, it's very similar name to Mitchell. I think they actually come from the same name. So I was like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know it was Mitchell. I'm sorry. Like, I always made a point to call him Mitchell or Mitch after that. And guys, I swear there's something about that just made me tense to Mitch even faster. I often say he's a siren who his call and his cousin attracted me. Me and my friend were just talking on the phone the other day, and I was like, "Do you ever know whatever happened to Kyle and Mitchell?" And he was like, "I barely remember them." And I was like, "Yeah," because my friend was in the class with Kyle and a few other of our friends. So yeah, so we were for some reason we were all in separate classes. Certain people. Guys, there was something about Mitchell that attracted me. Even as a 12-year-old girl, I was like, I want him. Guys, this is something my friend does not know. I've asked Mitchell out on several occasions. Oh, goodness, we're skipping ahead. Anyway, we go to do a confirmation. We're confirmed. We come back, and me and my friend's cousin and Mitchell are still left in remaining class because my parents and I figured we paid for the whole year. You were confirmed in December. So, but you're paid up till May. Like, you might as well go. Like, get out. I could see my friends. I could see Mitchell. And that's when I really, my obsession with Mitchell really took off when they said that Scotty wasn't coming back. And I was like, but why not? And I got really kind of sad for a while. But then I got really back into Mitchell and never left, basically. So, guys, so me and Mitch were talking. I was like, what you do for confirmation? He said, this, and that. And I remember showing him my bracelet. I had to wear it on my right wrist. If you guys are aware, my left wrist is disabled. It actually hurts right now as I'm filming this, so if I seem a little weird, it's just because my old fall injury is acting up. I have a disability in my left wrist, and it affects my left hand. So basically, it's in my left wrist and my left hand, but it's an invisible disability where it gets tender, and that's why I crack so many screens and why I drop so many stuff. So I was showing him. I love that bracelet, you guys. I wore that bracelet till the day before my 16th birthday. I went to take off my school sweater and it popped on and it flew off my wrist. It broke. My dad tried to fix it for me, and then I lost it in a house fire. But it had a little confirmation charm. And I remember being at dinner with my godparents, my mom's cousin and his wife, and I remember going on and on about Mitchell and Kyle and my friend and his cousin and Scotty. So yeah, I was pretty much way crazy. But there's just something about this Mitchell that has been a siren to me, guys. I gotta put it in my other hand. So there's something about Mitchell. He's been a siren in my life for basically my whole life. I went off. I got out of CCD. He did too. Nothing here nor there about Mitchell until I was like 16. I think I ran into his cousin somewhere, and it started back the heck up again. Was it 17? 17. It started back up again, and I needed a prom date. So I said, Mom, do you think, my friend who I'm talking to now, you think him or his cousin would go to prom with me? And my mom was like, oh, honey, that would be awkward. And I was like, well, if I can't ask him, do you think I can ask Kyle or Mitchell? My mom was like, go right ahead. So I called him. A couple of cousins were like, go date with me. Here's the thing. Kyle had another prom to go to that day. Mitchell did not. And I asked him, you want to go to prom with me? And he was like, you seem like a really nice girl. He was like, you're the girl who hangs out with, insert my friend's name, and insert his cousin's name. I'm like, yes, I'm the girl that hung out with them. And he was like, you seem really nice, though. He said, I gotta give you credit. You seem like a really sweet, nice girl. And I was like, I am? Thanks, Mitch. Like, you couldn't tell I've had a crush on you since, like, 7th grade, but thanks for finally noticing. Anyway, guys, he said, sure, give me the date, give me the time. I did. Never heard from Mitchell. Still haven't heard from Mitchell all these years later. So, thanks, Mitch, for being a jerk. I'm kidding. Anyway, guys, I found out later on that something happened in Mitchell's personal life, and we're not going to get in here, so I'm not going to say it. So I had tried to contact my friend's cousin to get to my friend to find out if my friend would take me to prom. And Mitchell began thinking, I don't even want to say what Mitchell was thinking. Anywho, and I was like, okay, well, yeah. And then years went by, and I just kept coming back to these two cousins. like I said, my friend knows all about Kyle. He was friends with Kyle. He knows Mitch. I think they're. I think I don't know. I don't remember. I think he said he's still friends with them actually. This is kind of weird. Like he's still friends with them. He still talks to Mitchell and Kyle. Kyle and Mitchell. He still talks to them, or Kyle and Mitch. Anyway, he still talks to them. Not they still live around here. So when I was 22, I decided this Mitchell thing is silly. Like I looked him up, guys. I actually kept tabs on Mitchell for a really long time. He was handsome. He wasn't real handsome though. No, come on. Guys, he was the object of my affection since I was 12. He's gorgeous, and we know it. He may not be the most handsomest man around, but he has to be a good-looking boy. There was something about Kyle. I like Kyle, too, but we'll do a video on Kyle separately. On Mitchell, that attracted me to Mitch, that I still, to this day, I still feel a tug towards him. Even at 34 years old, 22 years later. Sorry, guys, I'm a cat. And I still feel a tug towards him. He is single, from what I heard from a few friends, so, but I'm actually not, so I don't care. Come here, honey. Come here, kitty. I don't care. And I'm just letting this is my love letter to the world. This is basically me, guys. I'm sorry, I'm holding up my wrist. It hurts. This is my way of saying to the world, saying to my younger self, if YouTube videos can cross time. Now, in 2004, they didn't have YouTube. I'm dating myself when I say that. But my younger self, if there's any way she could watch this, don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. It's alright. For any young girl, I would love to sit down and tell a whole Mitchell story. Get it out in my heart. Get it out completely. And love letter to the world, not to Mitchell, but to the world. And let people know how I'm feeling. So it's kind of why I've been kind of weird lately, guys. My video's been kind of weird because my mind's on Mitchell like 24/7 almost. Oh, sorry, guys, cat. I have a boyfriend, so that's not nice. But he knows, and he knew. I don't know. Part of me, like I said earlier, he knew, but I don't know now. We're gonna have to have a talk about Mitchell later because I'm not sure. Like I said earlier in this video, I think he knows. I keep going back and forth if he knows, and it's driving me. I want to know if he knows. Part of me thinks if I let him know, then actually, guys, to be honest with you, I shouldn't say the sorry. Hey guys, I deal with some cats. Okay, guys, actually I have a sprained backside. Also, anyway, guys, I had a dream when I was 22 about Mitchell. Well, I had a dream of a relative coming and saying, I can take your feelings from away. It won't take your memories. It won't take your, it's nostalgic, but it will take your feelings for out. Oh, it will take your memories for Mitchell away. And who's Albert? I was going to say Albert. That's my teddy bear. Sorry, guys. Albert is my alligator. Albert lives at home. That's what I was going to say. Albert is my stuffed animal. If you guys didn't hear, I've been missing Albert the last. I think I miss Albert. He lives at my house. I can go through a video talking about my house. Anyway, guys. So yeah, I miss Albert. He's a little dinosaur. He's not a dinosaur. He's an alligator. That's why his name is Albert. He's an alligator, and I miss him so much. But Albert has nothing to do with the story. He's a stuffed animal. Anyway, he said to me, I'll take your feelings for Mitchell away. Count down from 10 to 0. When you open your eyes, I said, will it take my memories? Will it make me feel weird? Or will I forget the first time I met him? He said, no, it won't. I said, what about Kyle? He said, your feelings for Kyle will stay intact as well. Like, okay, if you want me to do it, I will come back and do it after that too, and I can cure you completely. So you just have to trust me. Count down from 10. And you count back from 10. And so when you get to 0, you can open your eyes and you won't care about Mitchell anymore. And I was like, fine, do it, cure me, because it ain't gonna get any better. It worked for 12 years, guys, until a few weeks ago. I was like, I wonder what he's up to. I even texted my boyfriend and was like, hey, he was like, so I don't know if I straight face if he knows or not, like, yeah, so that's a story of Mitchell. And guys, by the way, I can't have Mitchell. Mitchell's very mature from what I take of things. Like, he loves his cousin. His cousin loves him. Actually, I was thinking about befriending Kyle. It's her friend, obviously, reason because I have somebody. But to be friends with him and see if that will help break this completely is maybe I need to reach out to actual Mitchell and be friends with Mitchell to break the bond that Mitchell has on me. my friend said something that could make me break this bond, but it's not ladylike, and I'm not like that, so I'm not gonna say. But all you grown women know what I'm talking about. My one friend was like, "Well, did you ever try that with him?" And I was like, "No, that's gross." And she was like, "Well, actually, anyway, I know to break it. You shouldn't spend your whole life obsessive with a man you can't have. Like, go to him and be like, I want to." And I was like, "What? That ain't ladylike." And she was like, "Well, sometimes you can't be ladylike to get over a man." I will not be trying that. That sounds gross. That sounds nasty. And that's just weird. Okay, guys, I've babbled on about Mitchell so much in the last couple weeks. I'm tired. I'm tired of this topic. And if YouTube videos go to heaven, ha, Mom and Dad, you both thought I was cured. My mom never liked Mitchell or his cousin. My mom was like, they're weird. He's weird. He's really weird. Like, my mom started, like, focusing more on Mitch after it started to reveal that I had liked him. So, like, CCD programs while my mom was there. My mom was like, there's just something off about that Mitchell. And I overheard my parents talk about him one night. And they said, we got to get Borkson off of Mitchell. This isn't normal. This is some kind of like, this is not normal. There's something off with that boy. I can just feel it. Come on, cats. I'm trying to make a video. Sorry, guys. If you guys want to hear more babbles about me and my CCD crushes and eventually my boyfriend, remember to comment, like, share, subscribe. Go hit that bell for post notifications. And remember, next upload video, I love you all, and if I hear anything like you're weird, like who has a crush on somebody on and off for 22 years, you'll be blocked and reported. This is a safe space where I can talk about my feelings for Mitch, where I'm not going to get bullied. And if anyone tries it, my boyfriend already knows, so just remember that. Okay, guys, I want this video for any other girl who has had crushes on somebody, and or it's like more like an addiction where it doesn't go away. Okay, guys, bye-bye.